Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Special thanks to all of my patrons. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Lost. I'm still a little shook by the great reveal at the end of episode 4, guys. We've been following our island folk as they flash back and forth in time ever since Ben made the island disappear, and we've seen them as far back as the 50s when we met a young Widmore and an unaged Richard and a nuclear and a hydrogen bomb. I was trying to remember what kind of bomb it was. We've met Desmond in the hatch in this sequence of events, and at the end of last episode, we found that Jin survived the freighter exploding. He was within the radius of the island's moving effect, and therefore he's been jumping through time as well, except he's been barely clinging to life on the floating wreckage of the freighter, and he's just been discovered by Danielle and the rest of her crew, which means we are 16 years ago. We are, in fact, the best I can figure, 1988, when we get to see young Danielle and her team of French scientists arrive on the island for the very first time, which is super exciting. She's pregnant with Alex. Her lover Robert is there. There's other people, and we spent some time introducing them all at the end of last episode, which makes me really hopeful that this episode we get to spend a bunch of time with them. I hope we don't flash out of this time period too quickly, but it does raise some interesting questions, namely, why doesn't Danielle remember Jin in 2004, for instance? We also know the rest of our island folk, Sawyer, Juliet, Dan, Charlotte, Miles, they're also on the island 16 years ago. Are they going to meet up with the French survivors? And it's also important, I think, for us to think about what else is happening on the island right now. This is 1988. We know that the Purge was 1992, which means the Dharma Initiative is still up and running as intended. It means Ben is Ben Workman, and his dad is still alive, and they are, janitors for the Dharma Initiative. We know Richard's somewhere on the island with the others, /hostiles, as the Dharma Initiative calls them. So it's an interesting time for us to observe. This will be the, if we see Ben in this, it'll be like the youngest version of adult Ben that we've seen, for instance. So that's what's happening on the island. Back in 2008, in Los Angeles, the Oceanic Six are at the port of Long Beach, minus Hurley, who's still in LA County lockup, but Jin is there to kill Ben. Jack and Ben are trying to persuade Kate and Saeed that they have to go back. I still have my theory that the white-haired woman that Desmond's met in the past and is working with Ben in 2008 is in fact Desmond's mother. Desmond and Penny found out that Dan's mother is no longer in Oxford. She's in Los Angeles. That's information thanks to Charles Widmore. And so presumably they're on their way to Los Angeles. How many hours are left in the 70-hour countdown that Ben was given a few episodes ago? I'm not sure, but I'm going to say we've lost a day at least since then, so we're probably down to under 2 days. So a lot of things have to happen. Will Desmond and Penny rejoin the Oceanic Six to go back to the island? Is there a chance we're going to see Frank Lapidus rejoin the group, for instance? I don't know. But I'm excited to jump into this. I don't have any more theories to expound upon. I just want to know what happens next. So, this is episode 5 of season 5 of Lost, and it is called This Place is Death. Did I say Jin's trying to kill Ben? No, Sun's trying to kill Ben.
Daniel Rousseau.
more really good casting. Like, I can totally see that woman growing into the actress that plays the Rousseau we all know. Oh. Hello, mommy.
엄마가 미국에서 지연이한테 소개해주고 싶은 친구를 만났어. 엄마 빨리 갈게.
How could Sun leave the world that her baby's in? Jiyeon. Well, she hasn't lost her resolve.
Son, listen, I know you think you're helping.
If it wasn't for you, Jin would still be alive.
I didn't. Neither did anyone else.
Jin's still alive.
Because he's not dead.
How does Ben know that? He's not been back to the island. How does Ben know?
And I can prove it.
Okay. How? Ben hasn't been able to go back to the island, has he? Is he in communication with the island somehow? How's this proof work? Yeah, there's the broadcast.
What year?
1988.
Yeah.
You see a helicopter?
D'abord un bateau, ensuite un hélicoptère. Bientôt venu par un sous-marin.
There's a submarine, too.
Then go with us to the tower. Then we'll find your camp.
Why doesn't Danielle remember him?
Daniel, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Rien. C'est rien.
Je savais que c'était une erreur. T'es enceinte de 7 mois.
Robert,
Okay,
ça
7
va.
months.
Nadine a un gourde.
Has Nadine been taken already? The others already. Does it happen this quickly?
Voilà ce qui arrive quand on emmène des femmes. Cours sûrement pour un papillon, quoi.
Oh, he deserves to die. That guy. Others. 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 Smoke monster.
What is that?
Monster.
Monster.
Oh, I love it. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the nosebleeds. They happen based on how much time you spent on the island. Charlotte, because she was born on the island, presumably, gets them first. Miles gets them next. And it might explain why Ben's the only one standing in the late 70s, early 80s flashback when he bumps into Dr. Cheng.
Ok, on se sépare et on la cherche. Elle doit pas être bien loin.
Don't separate.
Fais aller par
There she is. Oh, they've changed the smoke monster effect a little. Yeah, there's a temple. That's an Egyptian hieroglyphic temple. Let go. Oh, they left an arm.
What's that thing?
Monster. There were hieroglyphs on the wall. But the temple looks like Cambodian. It looks like Angkor.
Qu'on aille là-dedans. Faut qu'on sorte de là. No. Do not leave anyone behind.
Oh,
On y va.
is this why Danielle survives? She's pregnant.
No. You don't go. With the baby.
I thought she had to kill them. I didn't think the monster got them all. Or were they infected with the monster somehow? Is he about to flash? Already? New time. That's all we spent with Danielle, eh? Oh, man. But the hand's still there. It's not that much later. There's still meat on the bone. Is he going to find Danielle a few months later kind of thing? Is that black smoke of the others? Is that our other island folk? They would have just flashed too. They probably didn't have time to light a fire. But like... We don't know exactly how long these time cuts are. Is this more Danielle? Okay, so this is okay. It's just her slowly going insane. There's got to be a dead body nearby. That's the only reason you ever hear flies on television. She had to kill them. I love that we're kind of getting Danielle's flashback without it really actually being a flashback at all.
Pose ton arme.
Ce monstre t'a rendu malade!
Mais y a pas de monstre. C'est un système de sécurité qui garde ce temple, c'est tout.
He's
Maintenant?
right.
Pose ton fusil.
That temple is obviously completely new.
Je t'en supplie. Fais pas ça.
Whoa. He was gonna shoot her.
You!
No,
You disappeared!
no, please, wait.
You're sick too! You're a carrier!
Jesus, Danielle. Danielle's insane already. But Robert was going to shoot her. Oh. Okay, so this is just a good device for us to learn more about Danielle's early days. Did she wing him when he was running away? Did he get shot in the ear? It's amazing how many times people get shot in the ears on television.
Turn around slowly.
Oh. Soya?
Jan. Sawyer? Jan. Kidding me? I thought you were on that boat. I thought you were dead. No, in water.
Where is son?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Every time the sky lights up, we move through time.
무슨 말이 하는지 도대체
Yeah.
He wants to know how you're sure his wife is off the island.
Neither of them
Speak
know.
Korean, right?
럭은 여기를 벗어나 당신 친구들 모두 데리러온대. 당신 와이프도.
Why you bring her back?
Because she never should have left.
Prove it, Ben. How do you prove it?
Someone here in Los Angeles. Let me take you to them. The same person that's going to show us how to get back to the island.
Dan's mom?
Is that what this is about? That is why you were pretending to care about Aaron to convince me to go back
I wasn't
there?
pretending anything.
This is insane. You guys are crazy.
Hey.
Dad, don't.
Oh, that fell apart quickly.
We can be there in 30 minutes. And you'll have proof that he's alive. Or you can shoot me and never know.
Oh, Ben knows how to push the right buttons.
Let's go.
Jack's still on board. Jack needs to get back. My theory is once Hurley's there, they're all going to go. Like, Hurley will be the one to persuade.
You okay? You want to take a break?
Let's just get there.
So the order that they've all spent on the island, these folk,
Speak any other
Charlotte the most, then Miles, which we don't know about yet, but apparently he spent time on the island. Then then Juliet, then the 815 survivors, so Sawyer and Jin and Locke,
Okay.
and then finally Dan, I'm guessing? He would be the last man standing.
Oh no!
No idea what time it is.
Come on!
Oh, that's a different one. Why are we going so swirly that time? Charlotte's down. Charlotte's going to be... Oh, no. She's still up. Yep. Now she's... Oh, she's dead.
Careful.
Yep, she's the next longest on the island.
You too.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's Daniel.
저 들어. 데려오지 말라고 해.
What? What's she saying? What's she saying?
What'd she say?
Don't let them bring her back. This place is dead.
Oh, yeah. I was figuring that line would come from Danielle, but from Charlotte. Okay.
You said we'd be there in 30 minutes.
I didn't account for traffic.
You can't get anywhere in LA in just 30 minutes. Or it's at least 30 minutes everywhere.
Son, I'm sorry. You should have waited for him.
Or are you going to ask me not to kill Ben if he's lying about my husband?
After what he just indicated, if you don't do it, son, I will.
And if you had any idea what I've had to do to keep you safe, to keep your friends safe, you'd never stop thanking me. You want to shoot me, then shoot me, but let's get on with it. What's it gonna be?
I'm one of the good guys, Jack. I'm one of the good guys. I committed the purge, but I'm one of the good guys.
No way. I'm not gonna leave her behind.
So they're heading for the orchid, and Daniel's going to be the last one standing, and they're going to get there in the late 70s or whenever that first teasing flashback of season 5 was.
Hell.
We have to move now.
He's right, go. Just go.
Go. I'm gonna stay with her. What happens if the orchid ain't around anymore?
Or not built yet.
Look for the well.
The well. That's true information, even though she's been spouting what appears to be nonsense up to now. Yeah, so.
We're here.
Much too late.
Thank God.
Well into the future.
What are the odds that we would end up at the same time as this thing?
And now what? And now it's gone? You had to say
I had
it.
to say so.
What do you see? The well? Okay, so we're obviously pre-Dharma, but the others are around.
How the hell did Charlotte know this was here?
She's been on the island. That's why her nosebleeds started first.
I've been here before.
Yeah.
I grew up here. And then I moved away with my mum. I never saw my dad again.
Do we know her dad? Is her dad like Horace or something?
There was this man. And he told me that I had to leave the island and never ever come back. He told me that if I came
That's Dan.
back,
It's Dan.
I would die.
It's Dan. Dan's telling the little girl,
Charlotte.
it was you. You're the scary man. It was you.
Daniel, I think that man was you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to happen in the next episode or so. Definitely. He's going to come across her, tell her never to come back, try and save her. Not going to happen because you can't change time. The universe course corrects.
You don't bring son back.
No, I have to bring them all back. That's how it works.
How you know?
I just know.
That's...
You don't bring son back. You promise. You promised you don't bring my baby.
All right.
no baby.
You have my word.
I don't trust John in that moment.
I won't go to Sun, Jin, but she might find me. If she does, what do I tell her?
Tell her I'm
You
alive.
tell her.
Oh.
Dead.
Wow.
You bury me. Truth.
Man, Jin, you're a rock star. You're a frickin' rock star, Jin.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Man, he knows he will never see his wife again. But she's going to come back because Ben's going to show her proof.
Sure, you don't want us to lower you down.
Where would be the fun in that?
Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the wheel's down there long before the orchid is. That elevator went a long way down in the orchid, though. Long way to lower yourself by hands. Oh. Oh, it's coming from below. Oh. Is he down there still?
I think you can let go of that now.
Oh. Are they before the well? They think he's just been swallowed up by the earth, but there's a cavern down there. Pointless place to have a well, though, if there's no water at the bottom.
Got a plan.
Charlotte's not going to make it.
My mother. She can help us, Charlotte. She will help us.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
That's it. Oh my god. Man, locking his legs. Richard?
Who's there?
It's gotta be Richard, right? We're like way back in time. Pre-well, pre-orchid. No?
Hello, John. I'm here to help you the rest of the way.
Is Christian just going to be the face of Jacob for us?
I said that you
had to move
it.
Not Ben.
But Ben said he knew how to do it. He told me that I had to stay here and lead his people. And since when did listening to him get you anywhere worth a damn?
Oh man, you screwed up, John. You screwed up.
Good news. There's a woman living in Los Angeles. Her name is Eloise Hawking.
Eloise Hawking. I'm assuming that's the white-haired woman. But that's not... I mean, that might be...
Richard said I was going to die. Well, I suppose that's why they call it sacrifice.
There. Oh, it's being weird. It's skipping. Oh. Did it do it? Did that do it? Quit the skipping?
Hello to my son. Who's your son?
Who's your son? And my daughter. Where's Claire during all of this? Where's Michael during all of this? Do I have to do an anagram check on Canton Rainier? Probably safe to try one.
Take it.
She recognizes it. How did he get... I mean, he must have got it off John, but how?
How do you have this?
John gave it to me.
You said John never came to see you.
That's true, Jack. I went to see him.
Semantics, Jack.
Why didn't Locke tell me himself?
I don't know. Maybe he never had a chance before he died.
Maybe he made a promise.
There is a woman in this church, and she can tell us how to get back to your husband. But we're running out of time, son.
It's the exact opposite from what Jin intended it to be for.
What are you doing here?
Is Penny here too? You.
You're looking for Faraday's mother too.
Is she Faraday's mother? Is Hawking the mother of Faraday? All the science last names.
Hello, Eloise.
Desmond's gonna recognize her. Yeah.
Hello, Benjamin.
You.
This is all I could get on short notice.
What's the start?
Well, I suppose it'll have to do for now. Let's get started.
Come on, how? Ugh. Geez, that felt like a quick episode. Oh, well, good thing I'm watching 2 today, but man. Oh, guys. Guys. Okay, so Eloise Hawking is her name. She is Dan's mother. She is real. We didn't know for sure back in Flashes Before Your Eyes 308. I want episode 308, I think it was. The one where Desmond runs into her in the antique shop to buy a ring for Penny, and she says, no, don't buy the ring. Desmond and Dan have this really intricate relationship because Desmond is Dan's constant. They keep seeing each other in out of order in time, back in Oxford when Desmond was in the hatch, together on the island. Super interesting. But I think we need to talk about the folks on the island. I think my theory about the nosebleeds is right. The longer they're related to how much time you've spent on the island, which shows why Charlotte got them first, because she grew up on the island. Sounds like she was probably taken off when she was, a young kid, but she nevertheless remembers the island, even though her mom tried to tell her she made it up. Will we find out who her dad was? Is it going to be somebody like Horace or who knows what? But she was clearly, her parents were part of the Dharma Initiative from the sounds of it. And so that tells me that during one of these future flashes, if it hasn't happened, now here's a question. Did John turning the wheel stop the skipping? And if it did, are they back to the present? I think something else has to happen first, because we still have that teaser flashback, that teaser moment from the start of the season when Dan shows up during the construction of the orchid at the site of the energy anomaly. Dr. Chang is there, etc. And that would also sync with the time of the story Charlotte told Dan, where a man told her as a young child that she had to leave the island and never ever come back, or else she would die. This place is death. So I think our island folk have to go back to, call it the late 70s, early 80s. But who knows, maybe the wheel turn scatters them throughout time. I think that becomes super complicated storytelling, so maybe that doesn't happen. But if it stops the skipping and they're in the 70s or 80s, how did they get back to the present? 2005, early 2005. How did they get back there? I don't know. Maybe that's what Dan's trying to do by entering the orchid construction site. It's ironic in this show that often the actions taken by somebody with intent. They're trying really hard to make something happen, so they take action, and it's those actions that actually cause the exact opposite to happen. Perfectly illustrated in this episode. Jin doesn't want Sun to come back. Jin thinks this island is a punishment. He's always felt that. He's always wanted to get his family off the island. That's been his primary motivating force throughout the series. So when he hears that Locke is trying to bring Sun back to the island, he's like, no, you absolutely can't. He makes Locke promise not to talk to her. He even gives his ring as proof of his death. At some point, Ben went to see Locke. They had a conversation. Locke gave the ring to Ben, presumably because Locke knew he was going to die, and he needed Ben to complete the mission for him. And so he gave the ring to Ben, and now Ben gives it to Sun, and that's the evidence that Sun needs that Jin is still alive and that she wants to go back. So now we've got Jack and Desmond and Sun at the church with Eloise. Can she start sending people? I can't imagine she can start the process of sending everyone back unless they're all together, because isn't that the whole point, that they all have to go back? So I'm not sure how we get started if we don't have everybody. But right now, Saeed says, screw you, I don't want to see any of you, or it'll be very unpleasant. Kate and Aaron want nothing to do with Jack or Ben. And Hurley is still locked up in jail and quite happy. So how do you get those four to the island? And where's Penny? Like, Penny was the one that persuaded Desmond that they had to go to LA to find Dan's mother. So where is she now? And is Desmond going to go back to the island without her? I can't imagine he would do that. I could imagine them both going to the island, but can more people go to the island than the ones that are supposed to go back? And does Desmond even belong in that group? Because he wasn't part of the Oceanic 815, the Oceanic 6. He wasn't on the flight. Does he just belong on the island as like them? I'm excited to find out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I am loving this journey. I can't believe we're moving through season 5 so quickly already. These short seasons just tend to whip by, and there's only one season after this. I can't believe it's like the conclusion is on the horizon, guys. I can't believe it. I'm going to try not to get melancholy as we get closer and closer to it, because this has been such an amazing ride. Thanks to all of you. When I'm recording this, we are awfully close to 7,000 subscribers on the channel, which blows my mind. I cannot believe how awesome all of you are. But if you are following me here on Lost and you have not yet subscribed, and believe me, there are plenty of you, analytics tell me so, why not? Why not? Hit subscribe, guys. It doesn't cost you anything, I promise. It literally costs you nothing. But I bet if we got all my regular Lost viewers to subscribe, we could hit 8,000 in the span of an episode or two. So please hit subscribe. Let's see what we can do. You guys are an awesome force. I love all your comments. I love all the feedback you give me, the support that you've shown. Those of you who've become my patrons, bless each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Without you, I could not keep this channel up. And yeah, just mad props to each and every one of you. So, until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.